I'm going to make fire starters out of an egg carton, some sawdust, and some melted wax. So first I'm putting sawdust in the egg cartons, just like that. And inside the house, on the wood stove, I am melting some old candles that I found around the house that are no good anymore. I just set the candles in a little steel pot on top of the wood stove, and they are in the process of melting. I found this sawdust in the garage where all the wood has been split, and it's just lovely. Okay, that's ready. And on this wood stove I have a pot with some old candles in it. Let me see if I can show you. This little candlestick had a couple of candles that were stuck in there. That one is still stuck, so I'm letting it soak in there. And there's a other little candle in there that's kind of and then there's this. Ooh. There's this little cup that has a little bit of candle wax in it, and that I'm going to clean out by just putting it on there and melting it. In the meantime, I'm melting. So the candles are melted. They're in there, liquid wax, and my sawdust is prepared in the egg cartons. So I'm going to pour the wax onto the egg cartons, just like this. I probably should have had more melted wax. This doesn't look like enough. So I'm going to snoop around the house to see if I can find a little bit more, because they really should be saturated all the way to the top. And bingo! Look at that. I just found a little supply of old candles that the homeowner is probably not using anymore, and she doesn't know what to do with, because they're all old and crusty. They're just sitting here on a shelf outside with a bunch of other items that she's probably not doing anything with. So I'm going to take the liberty of melting these things and leaving those cups clean for her. I don't think I'll need any more than that. I could potentially take this, but I'll save it here just in case. I'll take that little bit just in case that is something special to the homeowner. I don't think she'll miss these two. So I'm going to proceed to melt these and filling up my egg carton with the melted wax. Okay, so the wax is melted, and here it is. It looks blackish because there were some black candles in there, which is okay, doesn't matter. It's all going to be burned up anyway. And there is my started and here I am. I'm going to do my very best to not spill it. I am going to, I hear the donkeys honking in the background. Look at that. I want that to saturate really well with a lot of wax, because the wax is what's going to slow down the burning of all the what is that called? Sawdust. And I'm going to add a little bit more sawdust where I see that there's wax puddling, and so that way it has a lot of fuel. The sawdust is the fuel, and the wax itself is going to slow down the burning of the fuel so that it can act as an awesome fire starter. I'm going to push that in, and later I'm going to shake off any excess. You can also make this with lint, dryer lint. But here in the countryside, we just hang up our clothes to dry. We don't have any dryer lint. But we do have a lot of sawdust from all the wood that we prepare for the fire. So there you have it. In a little while, when it's all dry, I'll show you how that works and how I'm going to shake off the dust and how I'm going to separate them into perfect little fire starters. I have a little bit more wax left for the next time. So there you have them, the finished product. I'm going to shake anything from the top down, anything that falls, just to keep the dirt out of the house, that's all. And now I'm going to break them into small pieces. Let me see. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to be splitting these egg cartons into small pieces like this. You just light a match to that baby, and that's your fire starter. So I have 12 fire starters that cost me nothing at this point, because they were made with an old egg carton, some sawdust, and some old waxy candles that I found around the house. You can light your fire. Come on baby, light my fire.